incorporate fitness into your programming and why it's good for your business. My name is Ginger Phillips, and I'm a USPTA tester in the Intermountain section, and I'm really excited to listen to Michele today. She's the Global Fitness Director for Play Your Court, which is a global digital platform that connects players to local coaches and practice partners at convenient times and locations. Prior to Play Your Court, Michele co-founded and was Global Education Director for cardio tennis for 15 years.
Thank you.
Michele has presented at industry events all over the world, has been featured on Tennis Channel and NBC's The Biggest Loser, received the TIA PTR Industry Excellence Award in 2012 and USPTA Florida Pro of the Year and Tennis Industry Service Awards in 2018. And Michele is continually growing the game of tennis. Thank you.
Thank you.
So without further ado, Michele Krause.
Thank you, Ginger. Good afternoon. Can someone give me an example of a fitness activity? Anybody? What's an example of a fitness activity? Tennis. So whoever just said that, you stole my thunder. It's perfect, but you stole it. All right, we'll come back to that. What's another fitness activity? Running. What's that? Yes, it is. Okay, great. Is gardening a fitness activity? Yes, it is. Is cleaning house a fitness activity? Yes, it is. So what is a fitness activity? It is the ability to perform occupational, daily, and sports activities. Physical fitness is generally defined as proper diet and nutrition with moderate to vigorous exercise. So, what is the greatest fitness activity out there? Tennis. I know, it's a silly question, but we're going to say it, and here's the thing. Tennis is the greatest fitness activity out there. However, we as an industry are not representing it as such, and we need to do a better job of that. Tennis is different than any other fitness activity out there. It is constantly engaging and connecting neural pathways in the brain that other fitness activities just don't do. Tennis and other traditional sports are the original interactive fitness activities, challenging both the body and the mind. What we need to do is we need to position and talk about all the fitness benefits that tennis provides: social, emotional, cognitive, physical. So how are we going to do that? Okay, well, hopefully I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. All right, but let's talk about some other things before we get into that. I want to talk about some concepts that I think are somewhat prevalent in the industry and where I feel we need a paradigm shift. So I'm going to say two things, because there's two camps here. We need to get fit to hit. Who lives in that camp by raise of hands? That you need to get fit to hit. Okay? All right. The other camp is hit to get fit. Who lives in that camp? Okay, and there are a lot of hands that are not raised. Okay, this presentation is not a debate on that, but I will tell you that I live in the camp of hit to get fit. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that one shouldn't do other things outside of a tennis court to improve their physical fitness. That's not what I'm saying. But I often hear people, whether it is, they'll say it could be a coaches, it could be customers, I'm going to run to get fit for tennis. I'm going to bike to get fit for tennis. Those things are never bad things. Okay, those are always good things because we're moving, but in no way, shape, or form do they even come close to simulating what we are going to do and experience on a tennis court. So I challenge you guys to really think about changing that thought process, because what are we trying to do? We are trying to position tennis as the greatest fitness activity out there. It's much more fun, the heart rates are going to get higher, so we want to hit to get fit. Another concept, how are we coaching our adult clients? I feel like we are doing an injustice, and we need to coach our adult clients like athletes, regardless of age, skill, or ability level. Everybody wants to be challenged. Now, you're going to have people, of course, that don't want to be challenged, and they will just want to stand there, and that's fine, but that is the minority. Okay, they want to be challenged, they want to be empowered. That is our job as professionals. So we want to train them like athletes. I always like to say train like a pro. Okay, so let's stop coddling them so much. Let's get their heart rates up. Okay, another concept is I need to bring fitness equipment to the court with me to provide a fitness experience. Okay, that's not true either, right? Again, I'm not against bringing fitness equipment to a tennis court. But tennis already has all the built-in fitness features that we need. So again, let's do a better job of positioning it as the greatest fitness activity out there. Let me segue a little bit into fitness trends and how they relate to tennis. So does anybody know what some of the top fitness trends are? Anybody want to yell something out? Chris? Okay, so that's a business as opposed to a trend, but I'm glad you brought that up. Okay, so the question is, does anybody know what some of the top fitness trends in the U.S. are? Okay, thank you. Who said that? I couldn't see. Okay, great. So the gentleman said HIIT, high intensity interval training. Okay, that is typically in the top 20 of the ACSM list. Guess what? Tennis already has that built in, okay, when done correctly. We're training at high levels of intensity followed by short periods of rest. Okay, so it relates to tennis. We already own that as a sport. What else? What's another? Tiago. Thank you. Wearable technology. Wearable technology has been in the top 3 since 2016. Okay, for those of you who know me, I've been coaching and educating on heart rate technology for over 16 years. I've probably put 20,000 people around the world into heart rate devices. As an industry, we are still not embracing this. Okay, so what I'm asking you is, in today's world, everybody has an Apple or a Fitbit or something on their wrist. As a coach, are you incorporating that? Okay, your client has one of these devices on your wrist. Are you minimally checking with them, asking them, hey, where's your heart rate? Are you in zone 3? Are you zone 5? At the end of your coaching session, are you asking them, how many calories are you burning? Are you asking them to compare it to other fitness activities that they might be participating in? And I will guarantee you that the calorie burn will be the highest in tennis if you're doing what you should be doing on the court as a coach. All right, what's another fitness trend? So CrossFit is also a business. All right, I'll give you, go ahead, Peg. Thank you, Peg. She said group exercise, always in the top 20. People want to be together. They want community. Group provides emotional. It provides social. We have the perfect scenario for that setup. As an industry, however, we still continue to put 1 and 2 people on a court at a time. I encourage and challenge you as coaches to try to get 4 or more people on your court at all times. It's better for your business. It's better for your consumer. It's going to make the club more money. So group training is big. There's one more that I wanted to address. Does anybody? There's always 20, but I'm picking the 4 that are most relevant to the sport of tennis. Thank you. God, you guys are all good. So functional training. What is functional training? It is exercise for balance, coordination, strength, and endurance. Wow. Tennis. Tennis provides all of that, doesn't it? So we win. So again, we need to be positioning our great sport as the best fitness activity out there. So what I would like to do is show you guys today some skill development activities that have purpose, that will improve skill, that will elevate the heart rate, and that will elevate the fitness profile of your coaching. So I'd like to bring my athletes out. So athletes, come on out. All right. Oh, they're drinking their water. They know, like, I got to hydrate before I get out there. So come on out. So give them a round of applause because I've scared the bejesus out of them. All right, so athletes, can everybody take their green ball, please? And you're going to go near your spot. I would like everybody facing the net. So this activity is called bounce, sprint, catch. Very easy. Bounce, sprint, catch. And when I take you through an activity, it will be progressions. You are not going to start your adult athletes out with what the end result is. It will be frustrating. They will not get there. They will not see the success. So for this particular activity, what I would like you to all do is you're going to palm down. You're going to bounce the ball to the ground in front of you so that it gets up real high above your head and you're going to catch it. Now you're going to try to catch it on no bounce, but if needs to bounce, that's fine, go after it. So athletes, so everybody's going at the same time, so slam that ball to the ground and you're going to try to bounce it so it gets way over your head. We're catching out of the air. You're trying not to, so Michael, that's too high. So let's bring that down. All right, so I'm going to give my participants, keep going, I'm going to give my participants time to have a little bit of success with that. Okay, athletes, you can hold up. So this is a pretty talented group, all right? What you're going to find is that you're adult consumers, okay, and who are we dealing with on a daily basis, all of us? We're dealing with what? Middle. Who's middle? Middle is middle ability level, middle fitness level. Are we all in agreement that that's the majority of who we work with on a regular basis? So just this skill will be a challenge for them. So we start with that. We let them catch it off of a bounce or 2 bounces if they need to. All right, once they get a level of success with that, it's now going to be bounce, sprint, catch. So Tiago's going to demonstrate. He's going to bounce his ball down. He's going to sprint to the line, and then he's going to catch the ball out of the air as he comes back. Now notice I said out of the air, okay? Of course, I would also let my participants catch it off the bounce, but our end goal is out of the air. Now, Tiago's very nervous, so we're going to give him all the love and support. I have full confidence he can do this. All right, so he's going to go. Good? Okay, very good. Give him a round of applause. So, all right, so my athletes, go ahead. 1 second, though. Let me point out some things. This is called the front line. This is called the back line. That is called the midline. These athletes are in this position for very specific reasons. All right, safety is always our #1 priority, and I need space. So the fact that they're all facing the net is on purpose. The fact that the spots are there is on purpose. So my athletes over there, obviously, you're going to your front line to that side. You guys are going to have a go. I'm going to coach you up while you are doing your activity. So have at it. Good luck. So as the coach, I am moving around. I'm checking players out. I'm going to be coaching and cueing them on the position of their head. Their head needs to be still. Their eyes need to be tracking. All right? You're seeing different levels of success. Now, Michael, Tiago, I need to advance you. You now have to touch the back line. All right? So I've given them a bigger challenge. All right? I'm roaming around. I'm looking. I'm seeing where my players need to go. If they need to take it off of 1 bounce, they can do that as well. Okay, you're going to notice that the heart rates are getting high. I'm going to cue my players to keep their eye on the ball and not look at the line where they're trying to go to. If they don't touch the line itself, that's not the end of the world. Sean's looking good. All right, great. Okay, hold up. Wonderful. All right, so players, now everybody turn around. Turn around and face the other way. Repeat. Okay, we're only going to do this for 2 seconds because they're already tired. All right, but again, change of direction. So I want to make sure that I'm working both sides of the body. So there is a lot of skill improvement going on here. We've got acceleration, we've got directional movement, we have tracking skills, and we have perception skills going on here. All right, great. Players hold up. Give each other a high five. Are the heart rates up, players? Heart rates are up? Okay, great. All right, so our next activity is hand bump partner challenge. Hand bump partner challenge. So my athletes on that side, come on over to your partner. You guys are going to be positioned near your spot. So Kristen, come to Michael. Let's swap out. Let's go to orange ball for this. So go ahead, grab an orange ball. All right, so athletes watching me, what I'd like you to do, let's face this way, so, yep, good. So everybody's watching Tiago and Peg. You guys should each have a ball. You should each have a ball. Both partners should have a ball right now. So athletes, you're going to position your palm up to the air. Notice my fingers are straight. My hand is very stiff. This is your racket / paddle. Now what I want you to do is bounce the ball, and you're going to bump it up with the palm of your hand at eye height. So everybody go. I'm going to walk around and coach you. So this is not a catch. It is a bump up. So Michelle, go ahead, keep those fingers close together. Keep the fingers very straight and locked in. Your hand is your racket. You should be controlling the ball. I want my athletes in a nice athletic base. Team, you're squatting. Tim, squatting more. Get low. Use your legs to lift the ball up. Okay, that's a big exaggeration. All right. Again, players keeping the palm up to the sky. All right, great. Now what I would like you to do is you're going to go down to one ball, and now we are going to cooperatively bump the ball back and forth to each other. So players, athletes, do you see how Tiago and Peg are standing? Can you please stand like they are? Your spot is going to be your target, so you're trying to bounce the ball on the spot, and you are being cooperative, hand bumping the ball to your partner. Go. What's that? It doesn't matter. Okay, so I want to see if my athletes can control the ball, keep that ball close to their spot. Sean and Michelle, can you switch roles? No, just see how they're, because we're going to start moving. I need you to be in this way because we're going to start moving. All right, so my athletes are having a very nice level of success here. So team, right now you're not supposed to be moving. Athletes, you're not moving. I have not given you the command to move yet. We're looking, see how my athletes are listening, their listening skills are outstanding. All I wanted you to do was bump the ball back and forth to each other. All right, we've done that. Now, hold up. We're all going right. We're all going right. Meaning, Peg, you and I, this is our right. Okay? So, midline, front line. Okay? You have to move to the line, touch it, come back. You're alternating bumps. Yay! All right, now the easiest way to start this is for one partner to literally just toss the ball. So I'm not bumping, I'm just tossing. And as soon as I toss, I'm going to move. So it looks like this. I move, right. Yep. Beautiful. Okay, everybody, have a go. We're all going right. Okay, we're touching that line. Everybody stays right. Everybody stays right. Control your ball. Now, I can do this for time hacks. I can change up the work to rest ratio. I can make competitions out of this. So there's all sort of different things you can do. Okay, hold up. Beautiful. High five your partner. All right, athletes, I want you to now go left. Okay, same activity. You're now going left. Let's go. Okay, we're going to do this for 2 seconds. Okay, good. Now, if I needed to challenge, so I didn't say that they had to use a right or a left hand. I could be specific as to hand that they need to use. Again, everybody's going to be a little bit different. All right, hold up. Very good. All right, now this time, my players on this side, so Peg, Sean, etc. You guys are the coach. So now you're going to cue your partner, and you are going to say the direction. So I would say the direction when I'm in the process of actually bumping up the ball. That is the direction that you both go. Every time you touch the ball, you change the direction. Are you with me? Right, so the athlete on this side of the partnership right now is the coach. They're making the call. So this is a vocal cue. So again, we're really testing the cognitive skills here. All right, players have a go at it. Say it loud, yell it loud. Okay, players, hold up. Athletes, I'm not hearing anything. Okay, maybe the audience is hearing something, but I'm not hearing anything. So I would like you to all I want to hear, thank you. All right, go, let's hear it. Remember, you have to go the same direction that you call. Athletes, hold up. Athletes, hold up. This is why we work through, that was electric. This is why we work through progressions, coaches. And again, these people on the court are high, you're going to have middle. The process is going to go slower, but I want you coaching and cueing them and holding their hand and embracing them through this process. They are going to be uncomfortable. Okay, are you uncomfortable? Are y'all uncomfortable? Yeah, it's a good thing, because if we're not uncomfortable, we are not changing. So again, let's push and empower. So again, Peg and Tiago, what was the problem? There was an issue. What was I going to say? I don't know. Yeah, what I was going to say is, if you are the coach and you say right, you also have to go right. Your partner has to go right. So both people go the direction that was called out.
But after he hits, right?
Don't worry about the time. You're calling, Peg. Every time you touch the ball, you call it out. All right, players, go. Athletes. Is there confusion? Yeah.
Right.
Do not catch it, athletes. I need you to bump it up. That's a different skill set.
Right.
There we go. Michelle and Sean, let's hear it. All right, great. Everybody high five each other. You guys give them a big round of applause. All right, so athletes, what was that experience like? What was the challenge? What was maybe easy for you? What was maybe difficult? It was progressive. What else? Peg, what was the challenge?
Work at the cadence of the hit.
Yeah, you got to work up. It's timing, right? Okay. There's a lot of cognitive processing going on. Were your heart rates elevated?
Yes.
Okay. Were you working on movement and conditioning? Okay. Say that out. And that word. So Coach Sean will have to define that. So that is hand bump partner challenges. All right, our next activity is reaction to spot, call, and ball roll. I'll say that again. Reaction to spot, call, and ball roll. So my athletes, it's probably going to be better if you guys go to that side. And players, notice my court. I'm going to put one spot there, and I'm going to put one spot about there. So if you can each set up your court something close to that, you need one orange ball. So this is how this is going to work. And I'll just do a demo with Tiago. Tiago, please come to me. And you're behind the back line, and you're facing that direction. And I would like you right on the line. Gosh, there's electricities out here. All right. So my partner's going to be on the back line. I am behind them. Tiago, you must look straight. Your eyes and your head must be looking forward. As the coach, we've got some same colored spots. So Michael and Kristen, you're going to yell out right or left. You're yelling right or left. Everybody else can do color. So I would say the color, and then Tiago has to sprint to the spot. He's going to touch it with his foot, and then he's going to backpedal. And then I'm immediately going to give him his next cue. At any time in this process, I can actually roll the ball out, and he has to chase, track, and stop the ball before it gets beyond the court. And on that one, he's actually going to sprint, turn, and sprint back to me. So it's going to look like this. Bouncing those feet, Tiago. Yellow. Good. He backpedals back. Very good. Yellow. Comes on back. Very good. And he's going to sprint and come back. All right, you guys give it up for Tiago. That was a great demonstration. All right, you and Peg switch already? All right, go ahead. Athletes, have a go. Michael, you're behind the back line. Yeah, it's supposed to look like that. Tim, behind the back line. All right, whenever you're ready. Okay, Michelle, right now, athletes, we are touching the spot with our foot. Okay, we're working progression, so listen to my instructions. You're touching the spot with your foot. All right, have a go at it. And coaches, I would maybe do a 30-second time period, and then I'm going to have them switch. We're going to switch here quickly. I'm very specific about on the touch of the spot. Keep going. I didn't say to stop. I can talk while you guys do all your athletic prowess, right? That's it, good. So I want them to do the back pedal from the spot, and then when they do the ball chase, because that is usually a further distance, I'm going to ask them to turn and sprint for time's sake. All right, athletes, hold up, please. Go ahead, switch roles. Switch roles. Switch roles. Michelle. Sean. You, my two troublemakers down there. Athletes, I now want you to touch the spot with your hand. Okay, why this is harder? What do they have to do? They actually have to bend and get down low. All right, go. So again, we're working here on acceleration, deceleration. Okay, we've got tracking skills, we've got cognitive, and we got peripheral going on. When I ask them to touch with their hand, okay, they're going to be working their lower body strength. All right, and players hold up. Athletes, come on back. All right, switch roles again. Switch roles, please. Okay, this time I want the person in front to have a racket in their hand. Okay, so just have a racket in your hand. So we want to put the racket in the hand. Why? Because we're doing tennis. Okay, so we need to learn how to move with a piece of equipment in our hand. So you'll only be touching the spot with your foot. You just happen to have the racket in your hand. All right, go. Yep. Okay, good. All right, athletes, hold up. I know I'm going to go quickly through this, so hold up. All right, now when you get to the spot, I want you to do a shadow swing. So if the spot's on your right, it's your right dominant, left dominant. So you're actually going to do a shadow swing. All right, go. Yeah, you can still throw the ball. You guys, the ball's still involved here, right? So if you do throw the ball, okay, like Peg's doing, yeah. So Peg, players, I want you to actually stop the ball with your racket. You're going to stop the ball with your racket. Very good. All right, hold up. I can see my athletes are already getting fatigued. All right, let's switch roles. Switch roles. Okay, now this one, you're still doing the shadow swing, but now the coach has the ability to, instead of rolling the ball, okay, now the coach, I'm just going to do a demo with Tiago. You still have your racket. But Tiago, this time, I can toss the ball over your head with a high arc. I want you to get around it, and I literally want you to catch the ball on your racket strings. All right, ready? After the bounce, right? Okay, redo. You guys, this one's really hard. So to make it easier on my athlete, I'm going to say go. So I'm going to actually give them a vocal cue. Go. Oh, sweetness. All right, athletes, go. Coaches, everybody do their thing. Coaches, are your athletes going to just do what Tiago did? No, they're not, okay? It's highly unlikely. But here's the thing. It's okay. Okay? The only way we're going to get better at that is by doing that. And this is another reason why we're using orange or red balls. Because that yellow ball, they're never going to catch that yellow ball. Okay. So we work on that in a private lesson. No, just kidding, all right? But you as a coach are going to fix that very, very quickly. So let me take a look over there. Michelle, you okay over there? You can switch it up. Can I see?
So it's that.
There you go. See, I just stood by her and she was magically better. All right, very good. All right, partners, give each other a high five. That is reaction to spot, call, and ball roll. Yay. When are we doing these activities? When might you do these activities? Okay, no. So here's why I'm going to say no. These are very extreme movements. I actually had this group take themselves through a 10-minute active dynamic warm-up before they were allowed to participate. That was their instructions. You do these things first out, you are going to have pulled hamstrings, pulled calf muscles, just etc. So in the context of a 1-hour session, you've got to get at least past the 15-minute mark before you would introduce something like this. This might take up 5 minutes of your coaching session, right? So you're not doing, you're not necessarily, I'm showing you things in a row. You're not doing all of these. You're maybe not doing all progressions. It's taking about 5 minutes. All right, our next activity, let's see, we are going to do, we're going to do up and backs. Okay, so some of you know this. So everybody will need a racket. I'll demonstrate with you. You guys, it doesn't matter what racket you have. Okay. All right. Athletes, if you could post up. Tiago, you're behind the back line. Okay, so athletes, you're going to post up just like me and Tiago. So I need one person here. I need one person where Tiago is. All right, great. All right, this is up and backs. So this, I love this one because it really jacks the heart rate up. It takes a lot of control, movement skills, and soft hands. So basically, I'm alternating a volley with a ground stroke. Tiago, do you have a ball? Okay, so Tiago's gonna, not yet, but he's gonna hit the ball to me. This is my imaginary net. I'm gonna hit a soft, controlled volley. As soon as I volley, I'm backpedaling, and Tiago's coming forward. It looks like this. Here we go. He comes up, he volleys, okay? I come in, I hit that nice soft volley. And the key is you cannot take the ball out of the air 2 times in a row. So there has to be control on the volley of the depth of the ball, and there has to be movement. Excellent. Athletes, have a go, please. So coaches, watch their movement. Are they controlling the ball? As I'm watching my athletes, I'm always looking for movement, athletic base. What do my movement patterns look like? Do I have soft hands? I might ask my athletes to choke up on the racket so that they can control the ball better. Okay, we are using the orange ball here. We're not using yellow ball for anything, coaches. We're just not. These people are not going to have any control in this activity without a red or an orange ball. I guarantee it.
Like 3-5 ladies or like 50 and over. With that, I'm always scared to death of anything with backward movement.
Okay, I will address that. Okay. Are they looking pretty good? This is a fairly high-skilled group. If your group is not this skilled, you can take away the racket and they can do just catching and tossing. But there's a lot of skill improvement going on here. The question that was addressed was, I have ability level X, age level X. I'm a little concerned about their backward movement. I would take, you got to get people to try to move back, all right? Maybe you shorten the distance. Use the red ball. It's going to go a whole lot slower, so they're going to have a whole lot more time to get into position. They can do more of a side back. How do we get better at moving backwards? by practicing moving backwards. So just make sure that your environment is safe and you're coaching them on body position, eyes, shoulders, etc. Just make the movement smaller. Maybe they're walking. Maybe you're going to take the volley out of it. You got to work progressions. But I would never say don't do something. Okay, just make sure that you set up the environment. I live in Florida, where the average age is 135. And I am not exaggerating. All right? Right, Dave? Is it 135? It's 135. I'm going to ask my players to move backwards. It's just going to be a much, much slower environment. All right, partners, go ahead, give each other a high five. All right, now we're going to move into athletes. Athletes, we're now going to do acceleration and deceleration with touch. Acceleration and deceleration with touch. Here's what it's going to look like. I'm going to let you move because I haven't been moving on. Gosh, this one. So, Tiago, may you go over there, please. Teams, go ahead, take a spot, and you're going to put it about right there in front of the front line. The second, this one is going away. That one's going away. Tiago, no racket. All right, great. So Tiago, what I'm going to do, and we're probably going to move the position of these spots sooner than later, but right now I'm just going to challenge Tiago because that's what he likes. So I'm going to toss the ball up so that the bounce lands somewhere near the spot. You must accelerate forward and catch it off the bounce. Yep. You get one bounce. One bounce. All right, feet are bouncing. Yeah, very good. Go ahead, pass it back. So I'm going to do this 3 times, and then we're going to switch roles with my partner. So athletes, have a go while I explain the rest of the progressions and what else is going on here. So spots are your best friend. Okay, it's the easiest way for me to tell people where to go. Okay, so I'm going to say Peg gets 2 bounces. Well, you can have your 1 bounce, but you can have 2 bounces too. So, coaches, here's the thing. You have to give people 2 bounces. Everybody's 135 where I live. They get 2 bounces. It is not a bad thing. Okay, and the idea is that they are going to improve and they will work their way up to 1 bounce. Now, if I'm on a clay court, which we've got a lot of clay in Florida, I can now work on my sliding skills with my athletes. If I need to, okay, just 1 second. You guys, just wait. So, again, I might have this spot positioned here. Who's on my court? Now the bounce of the ball is, so now my 135-year-old can get that ball on 1 bounce. So as the coach, I didn't tell you guys to all stop, just these 2. I just want you guys burning calories, running. Come on, Tim. Come on, breathing. Say yes, yes, yes. So I'm going to move that spot. All right, but I think this group is all comfortable about right here. All right, Michael, now you can reset. Ready? Okay, we're all resetting, athletes. Okay, did you all switch roles? Okay. Good, you listen. All right, Michelle, Sean, hold up. All right, my athlete on this side, you need your racket. And actually, Tiago, you're going to do a demo with me. So now we add the racket. So Tiago now has to get to the ball on 1 bounce, and again, he's going to catch this ball on his racket strings. All right, ready, Tiago? Bouncing. Oh, God, that is so easy. Okay, go back. Go back. Okay, so for Tiago, ready, Tiago? Ta-da! All right, athletes practice 3 times and then rotate. So again, you're not going to see Tiago every day. Tiago is high. He has ATP points. He hates when I say that, but I just love saying that he has ATP points. All right, so he's pretty high level. So again, we're working on touch, feel of the ball, acceleration, deceleration. What do most of our adult tennis players not possess? Deceleration. This is why they get hurt. They cannot stop, right? So we have to practice, and you get good at decelerating by decelerating. So this is a great activity for that. All right, one more each, everybody.
Easy peasy.
All right, high five your partner. High five your partner.
Come on.
All right,
That's it.
great.
Woo!
You guys give it up for the players. So that was acceleration to deceleration with touch. Okay, we're now going to go into reactive race. Reactive race. My participants, no rackets. We're all going to move to that side. Could you please bring the spots with you? No balls. Okay, notice that my activities rarely involve a racket. Okay, this is how we are incorporating fitness. We are touching on all the fitness benefits that we need. We don't need extra equipment out here to get these benefits. So I'm going to set. So you guys are all behind the baseline. I'm going to do. Okay, we're going to do one. Yep. Can I have that, please? Oh, sorry. Okay. Tiago, can you? Oh, no, there's two right here. I'm good. Okay. All right, so this is reactive race. Notice that all the activities that we've done thus far have been in the red court. I'm a huge fan of red court tennis. In my outline that you've been given, there's something about equipment that you need, so I'll just address that very quickly. What equipment is going to elevate the fitness profile of your tennis coaching? One of those pieces is the balls. The red, orange, and green ball. Just by using red, orange, and green ball, you've automatically turned everything into fitness. Why? Why, by using those balls, have I now elevated the fitness profile of my coaching? In the back? Longer rallies? Is that the answer? Okay, okay, so yes, the ball does not bounce. Okay, so therefore what happens? You have to go to the ball. It also bounces low. So what do you have to do? You have to actually bend, squat, and lunge. All right, so are we increasing our fitness? Are we increasing our lower body strength? Absolutely. The ball stays in play longer. Okay, so we're getting more endurance. We have more touches on the ball. That alone elevates the fitness profile. It's not really under the category of equipment, but red court. The red court actually elevates the fitness profile. Anytime you decrease the boundaries, you're increasing the touches on the ball. And it's the touches on the ball that provide the aerobic and anaerobic effect. The third piece of equipment, of course, is heart rate technology, which we discussed already. All right, so we're going into reactive race. We're going to do boys versus girls. Yeah. It's ladies' day. Lots of great ladies in the house. All right, so Kristen and Michelle. Kristen, you're orange. Michelle, you're yellow. Tiago, Michael. Okay, you two are actually, it's really not the boys against the girls, the boys, and they're partnered up. You guys are partners. You're racing against each other. All right, Kristen and Tiago, you must face away from your partner. So eyes and head forward. You cannot look at them. Michelle and Michael, you're in charge. So whenever you decide to go and run and sprint, you just go. As soon as Michele sprints and Kristen catches her out of the corner of her eye, she goes. Right? So again, we're working on peripheral vision and cognitive skills. My players in the back, Michael and Michele, they're at an advantage, so they have a further distance to go. So Michele, you have to run to the yellow. Kristen, you have to run to the red. When you're done, just exit out to the same side and switch ends of court. So athletes, are we good? We're clear? So this is what we're really working on here, again, is speed and acceleration. All right, so again, this is all about, no, just sprint to your spot and then walk it off. He cannot look at you, so that head and eyes have got to stay forward. All right, you're up. You're up.
That and back?
No, just to your spot. Just go to your spot.
So now you go. I was switching.
You switch.
Oh,
So
to
switch.
make
So switch sides. Ladies, switch sides. Ladies, Michele, switch sides and switch roles.
Michele, get off my court.
Get off of his court. We mean that in the nicest, kindest way.
Look forward, Mike. Look
All right.
forward, Mike.
So I have my athletes switching sides. Okay. There's no competition between Michael and Tiago whatsoever. I missed that. Was that a slide, then a roll, or just a roll? It was just a roll, okay, from our Racket Fit doctor. So coaches, make your observations. And again, this is a pretty high fitness group, but you're going to see some very interesting displays of speed. Okay, and it's not a bad thing, and it actually, you will find that people will be slightly humbled by it. Okay, which is okay, because when we're humbled, then we're like, okay, I got to work on this and I want to get better at this. So again, how am I going to develop speed? By practicing speed. So you can change the distances of the spots. You can mix it up a little more, but again, the heart rates will definitely get very high here. All right, last competition. And I'm sure nobody probably kept score at all as to who was winning and who was not winning. All right, you guys, great job. High fives all around. Okay, give it up for our runners, because they are running. All right, great. Are there any quick question I can answer right now, because then I'm going into games? Tim, bustle.
Michele, some of the activities are biased and oriented towards what we consider the traditional net, some are not.
Right, yep.
Do you make different decisions should you have different numbers of athletes on the court?
Yeah, and hopefully if I don't answer this exactly, let me know. So for this afternoon's presentation, I chose to have 8 athletes on the court. Okay, why did I choose to have 8 athletes on the court? Because what did I say earlier? What should we be doing? Having what? Large groups on a court. Because it also looks really, really cool. Right? So you all, basically, except for the last one, all the activities that I have shown you, you can actually do just with yourself and one person. Okay, or you could definitely have lower numbers. I just wanted you to see what it looked like from 8, because that was also going to give you a different visual of our skills and our fitness. But you can be in a private lesson and do most of these activities. Tim, I choose red court because of the numbers. What we just did there, in my vocabulary, I call that a group intensifier, and a group intensifier is typically we are using the full traditional court, and everything else is in the red court. So did that help answer that question? Okay, great. I can take one more quick question before I go into games. So anybody have a quick question? Okay, good. Okay, yes, Kathy. So let me put this into context, because I'm being very generic here. What I'm saying is you can incorporate these things into a private lesson, into a 4-person lesson. So it's really going to be gauged by your numbers. I can do it with the 8. So I'm not really pigeonholing it. Like, if I had, so Kathy, if I had 25 people, I could do most of those activities on this one court. Why? Because I'm in the red court. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 4 people in one red court. as opposed to 2 people. Plus, I now have my baseline to my back wall, so now I've got 6 red courts instead of 4 red courts. There's my 24 people, and I can still keep them safe. Is that good? Okay, great. All right, rackets, we are now going to play burst. So I would like 2 gals and 2 guys on each side. I guess this means I actually have to feed a ball. All right, so we're going to do spots. Let's see. I will feed. Okay, so everybody's got a racket. You don't need any balls in your hand. You don't need any balls in your hand. I'm going to feed to this side. I'll feed to this side. Okay. Yeah, I'll take that. Great, thanks, Sean. All right, this is going to go here. Okay, thank you. Okay, we are using orange ball. Why? Because that's the fitness ball. Yes, it is. Oh, I really don't. Sorry, you guys, I'm trying to, I have to have some camera awareness because we are filming. So I shouldn't be facing. All right, name of the game is burst. I'm going to feed the ball to that side. On my feed, do you guys have your teams? Okay, on my feed, Michael and Kristen are going to approach the net on my feed. So it's 2 at the net versus 2 at the baseline. You're going to play out the point. Anything goes. Michael, can you take a spot, please? Put it there. Players, after the point is over, so Michael and Kristen will be up there, they need to burst, meaning they've got to burst to the spot, come back. I'm already feeding the next ball. You're going to play 2 points total, and you're going to flip ends of court. Okay, that's going to be the hard part. So when you guys come, don't race over. Just take your time getting across this. When you go to the other side, please. Right? Anything goes. For my athletes in the back, Tim, Vanya, move back a little bit so that they have space. All right. You guys are going to be doing an intensifier. Okay, I'm going to make it easy because you're tired, but you're going to do standing side lunge. All right, so from a standing position, you're going to do a side lunge, come back to tall, opposite side, and back and forth. Very good. That's your intensifier. So it's a low-level intensifier. Players, are you ready? We're playing to win. We're playing to compete. We are playing like a pro. All right, here we go. On my feed, you're coming in. Okay, that's a burst. That's a burst. Okay, here we go. Out there, Michelle, good. Short. Oh, that's 2 bounces. That's 2 points. Okay, players, you're going to swip. You're going to swap sides of court. Be careful. Players, I'm already feeding the next ball. Here we go. Okay, that's a burst right there. You guys are back. Peg your back. Michael, Kristen, you have an intensifier in the background. Thank you. This is Tiago. I'm going to give him a challenging feed. Okay, that's a winner. That's a burst. That's a burst, and then it's an over. All right, here we go. One more rotation on this. You're coming in. I think there was cheating. You're bursting. You're bursting. Players, you're back. Sean, did you burst? You got to burst to this puppy right here. That's cheating. There's no cheating in my coaching. Only at the end of the point. Sean wants to burst in between, and he just touched the net, so technically he lost the, and he lost the point. All right, we're bursting. I messed him all up. I was talking at him. He didn't like that. All right, now this time, so let me put context to what we're doing here. Okay, this is a game, right? Games are your bread and butter. Okay, there's nothing more fun, and nobody in fitness has games like we do. So this is our bread and butter. There's constant movement. Okay, nobody is standing still at any point or time. The burst is the fitness activity. Okay, it's helping me move on. It's helping my athletes work on movement. I'm going to coach them on their movement. All right, now we're changing it up a little bit, so now your burst is to the baseline. We burst to the baseline, so you're physically going to turn, sprint, touch, turn, come back in for that volley. Okay, my feeds are all timed out appropriately for the fitness and the skill level. On my feed, ready? Good, Peg. Okay, that's a burst. All the way back. All the way back. Good. Vania, there you go. Come right back. Peg, excellent. Nice. Okay, we've got our intensifier in the back. Okay, great. That's a flip. We're flipping it. Peg, you're over on my feed. Here we go. You're coming in. Michelle. Okay, that's a burst all the way back. All the way back. Great. Sean, this is you. Okay, do one more burst. Let Sean go again. Do one more burst. Sean, aim for Michael's head. Aim for Michael's head, Sean. Oh, that's Kristen's head. That's Kristen's head. Oh, there we go. All right, everybody to the net for everybody to the net for high fives. You just played burst.
All right, Michelle, great job.
You guys give it up for the athletes because they can go have a big fat steak right now. All right, you guys are excused? Yeah. All right. So coaches, to wrap it up, I challenge you as my peers and as industry leaders, right, that you educate and show adults how to hit to get fit, and that you incorporate that yourself into your own training. I think that sometimes as tennis professionals, we don't use our own sport to stay fit. So I challenge you on both levels. I also challenge you to create more group experiences in your adult coaching and implement heart rate training into your coaching. We need to talk, show, coach, give a much better tennis fitness experience to our consumers. Together, we can elevate the fitness profile of tennis and position it as the greatest fitness activity out there. Thank you very much. Have a great afternoon.